All right, Shalom. For the first, I want to give our praise, glory, and honor to Yahweh, Ba'ashem, Yahweh Shai, Ba'ashem, Harakah, Kodash, Barakatham. Double honor to the apostles and the elders, great millstone, and to what I can across the globe. Teaching the word, the truth, and sincerity. I want to say Shalom. This is Dianawa from the Great Millstone Camp in Chicago. Another lesson. Today's lesson, as you see the topic of this video, says Golden Corral Brawl reportedly sparked by a misunderstanding over steak. I watched this video, and there's a couple of reports saying that it was a misunderstanding. Some say people were panicking over food. All right, but nevertheless, these type of incidences are going to pop up on a mass scale all across the United States. You see, people are upset. Well, let's watch the video first, Baba Kushal.
Continue to investigate an all-out brawl in Bensalem, Bucks County. They call themselves America's #1 buffet, the Golden Corral. But Friday night, it seemed like America's #1 free-for-all. More than 36 people were throwing fists and even throwing some chairs. Action News reporter Walter Perez is live outside the Golden Corral on the 1400 block of Street Road in Bensalem. Walter, what is the latest on all of this?
Well, Jim, we just did a Zoom interview with someone involved in that fight. Now, there's always two sides to a story, sometimes three, but Alexis Rios did give us really good insight into exactly what happened. Action News spoke with one of the people at the center of this melee that erupted inside the Golden Corral in Bensalem this past Friday afternoon. Alexis Rios says it started over a misunderstanding regarding a piece of steak. Rios says the person in front of him became angry with the cook because Rios received his steak first.
He's trying to understand what you want. He's trying to give you what you want. I had a rare steak, which is a lot faster to cook than a well-done steak. That's why I got my steak first.
And Rios thinks part of the reason things escalated so quickly is because everyone was wearing masks. And he believes the people involved had a hard time understanding what the others were saying.
With COVID right now, mask and everything, nobody can hear nobody sometimes. There's a lot of commotion there. The cooks behind there are talking. Nobody can hear nobody. You have to speak up loud.
Next thing you know, he says, that misunderstanding erupted into an all-out brawl.
I grabbed a chair to defend myself, and then sooner or later, that was it. Punches were getting thrown, chairs were getting thrown. You name it, you can call it cups, glasses, everything. You name it.
Officials from this Golden Corral franchise release a statement regarding the melee, reading in part, "We notified the local authorities and they are investigating the incident. Thankfully, no serious injuries have been reported. The safety of our guests and our co-workers is our top priority." And Rios admits he is amazed everyone walked away relatively unscathed.
Nobody was on the ground. Nobody got hurt. I got a bruise on my nose. My brother got a black eye. My brother got a lifted nail, and that was it.
You see, and just a little side note, you see them fat ass NWAs waddling around at damn restaurant throwing chairs, man, like the big ass brutish women they are. But that's beside the point, But but in seeing this, you could just see the tensions are high. All right, people are on a high level, with a high level of anxiety. You see, people are not willing to compromise. You see, and you're gonna start seeing this in a lot of places when it comes to these food, man. All right, especially when it comes to these certain stores are asking you to only to buy what you need. You see, once you start regulating and measuring out resources like this, not saying that's what will happen here, but this is gonna be a foreshadowing of things to come, man. You see. All right, and this is just something that we're gonna have to be prepared for. All right, that's why the Lord says, "Be wise as serpents, harmless as doves," man. You see, because people are on, they're very tensed up right now, man. This place is like a powder keg, man. All right, one spark is gonna set this thing to blow. All right, you're gonna see a lot of skirmishes, a lot of fights. But on Lord willing, I'm gonna get a couple of precepts and the lesson edifying. This is Matthew. See, Satan again, man. All right. Let me start doing like this. 24. I'll get in the blue letter, so Come on, man. It's Matthew 24 and 12. I'm gonna start at damn. Let's just start at the top. It says, and Yahushua went out, departed from the temple, and the disciples came to him for to show him the buildings of the temple. And Yahushua said unto them, see ye not all these things? Really I say unto you, there shall not one here, there shall not be left here one stone upon another that shall not be thrown down. And he said upon the Mount of Olives, the disciples came unto him privately, saying, tell us when shall these things be? And what shall be the sign of thy coming and the end of the world? Now Yahushua answered and said to him, take heed that no man deceive you. All right, and this is really talking about 70 AD. All right, but we relate to now because it's relative. All right, and Yahushua answered and said unto them, to heed that no man deceive you. For many shall come in my name, saying, I am Mashiach, and shall deceive many. All right, and that's what you're gonna have a lot of people. You're seeing that now that these other camps are coming. Well, I don't teach the name, but those that are, they see they're coming in the name of the Lord. All right, and deceiving people with a doctrine, their wayward doctrine. All right, sex on the Shabbat is not pleasure. You see, John the Baptist wasn't a man of the Lord. All right, and and various other teachings that these other camps and these other leaders are putting out, man. All right, calling on the Most High C word, instead of calling on the name. Verse 6, and ye shall hear of wars and rumors of wars. See that ye be not troubled, for all these things must come to pass, but the end is not yet. And you're seeing the military build up on the borders of Ukraine. Ukraine's arming their citizens. All right, Russia's moving their troops along the border. All right, the United States is at the table trying to meet with Putin. Okay, all right, and they're mobilizing their troops ready for war, man. All right, but this is just the beginning. All right, the end is not yet. All right, we still got the mark of the beast. You see, for nation shall rise against nation, and kingdom against kingdom, and there shall be famines and pestilences and earthquakes in diverse places. All these are the beginning of sorrows, man, and that's what we're seeing, man. We're seeing the troops gathered over there at the border. All right, you got Iran stepping up their aggression against Israel. You see, all right, but all this is going to usher in what? World War III, and that's what's really heavy on the heavy vibration in the world right now. Okay, verse 9: then shall they deliver you up to be afflicted, and shall kill you, and ye shall be hated of all nations for my name's sake. And that's another thing that has to come: persecution of the saints. All right, the scapegoating of the Hebrew Israelites. You see. All right, because ultimately we're ants at the parade. You see, we're rain at the picnic. All right, and all we do is prophesy, all right, of war, of evil, and of pestilence. All right, of lamentation, mourning, and woes. You see, and they don't want to hear that. What they want to hear is that the kingdom is going to continue. We want to heal Babylon. All right, but Babylon's not going to get healed, man. All right, verse 10: that many shall be offended and shall betray one another and shall hate one another. And that's what you're going to see. That's what you're seeing now, man. All right, you're going to start seeing people turn on each other. You're going to start people reporting the unsituationed. You see? All right, and these things are going to be on a mass scale, man. All right, it's going to be very chaotic. All right. So that many false prophets shall arise and shall deceive many, and you're seeing that, man. You're seeing Vocab Malone trying to and Sakari trying to sow discord, man. You see, you got these people wrapped in news, and you got these other camps and these other individuals in these other communities. The Islamic community or the African community. You see, trying to push a doctrine, all right, which is the agenda that's been bought and paid for by Esau Edom, man, and the elites. You see? And they are deceiving you, man. All right? The famine is going to come. The food shelves are not going to get full. See? The truckers are boycotting. All right? Those goods on those goods that are sitting out in the waters, hey, they're still there, man. You see? Verse 12, and because iniquity shall abound, the love of many shall wax cold. And you see that, man. You see? And in the reports, you have babies in there, you have small children there, and these grown adults acting like wild fucking animals, man. Throwing chairs, throwing glasses. Those things are sharp and surely injure somebody, man. But this is all prophecy from Yahweh Shai, man. All right? And this is just the beginning of Jacob's trouble. This is Luke 23 and 1, or 23 and 31. For they do these things in the green tree, which shall be done in the dry, right? Because right now your restaurant, like they said, the Golden Corral will be like the #1 restaurant. All right, that restaurant is still open. You're still able to go to your freaking Red Lobster. You're still able to go order your Domino's pizza. You're able to go in the stores and buy your goods. You see? All right, you're able to go to your home and still turn on your lights, run your water, heat your homes. You see? And they're doing all these things when things are good. How much more when they start putting the clamps on people, man? You see? It's going to get worse because this is a situation that was controlled by Yahweh Shai. All right, but Esau Edom, he likes confusion. He likes violence. You see? That red horse, all right, came to take what? Peace from the earth. You see? And that's part of his blessing. That's part of his agenda. That's part of his spirit. All right, it's to disquiet friends, man. All right, and these things are going to get extremely more dangerous. All right, and the situation is going to get way more critical, man. The second address, 15 and 15 and 16, it said, for there shall be sedition among men and invading one another. They shall not regard their kings nor princes, and the course of their actions shall stand in their power. A man shall desire to go into a city and shall not be able. For because of their pride, the city shall be troubled, and houses shall be destroyed, and men shall be afraid. And man shall have no pity upon his neighbor, but shall destroy their houses with the sword and spoil the goods because of the lack of bread and for great tribulation, man. You see, and that's just a little spark on a big pile of stubble, man. You see, all right, this place is going to really show the world how wicked it really is, how animalistic the characters of the human nature could be, man. You see what's going on in California. They're looting the trains. They're walking in, doing smash and grabs. They're walking in stores and stealing medicine and clothes. And particularly here in Chicago, man, it's the fucking wild west, man. You got carjackings up 300%. All right, just yesterday, a security guard on the low end got shot in the chest. Without security guard, a security guard was injured. All right, a woman got shot in the chest. You see? All right, all these are being done because people are seeing things on the shelves and there's no repercussion. But wait till these things start drying up, man. All right, those goons, those miscreants are going to start coming to your neighborhood, man. You see? By the mobs, man. All right? And this is something that has to come, all right, in order for us to get into the kingdom, man. But also this is just prophecy, man. To show that the will and the word of the Lord, Yahweh Shai, will not be deterred. All right? I'm going to end it on this. 2nd Ezra 6 and 22. And suddenly shall the sown places appear unsown. The full storehouses shall suddenly be found empty, man. You know, you're going to start seeing the lack of bread, man. All right? My niece, she lives in Virginia. She sent me this picture, man. These are their shells. This the milk, the child care for newborn section, man. All right? There's no infant meal. There's no formula. Although you should be giving your kid formula anyway. But a lot of people depend on this wick and these Enfamils and these Pedialites, you see? All right, she also sent me this picture here, man. Look at this, man. All right, nothing on the shelves, man. This is in Virginia, you know? So famine, all right? Famine and pestilence and more evil is coming to this place, man. You know? So that one said, call halal, y'all watching y'all shy. Double honor to the apostles and the elder great millstone. Till next time, shalom and a blah, blah, blah.